Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the heck of a deal that we got over at Tinley. We basically bought $1,000. We spent $1,000 this weekend at Tinley for isopods, and when we counted them out, we got $5,500 in value in the isopod. And that's not including any of these cups that had some babies in them or anything like that. But I'm going to show you guys today everything that I've traded for. Some of them are re-ups. Some of them are just fresh bloodlines, but all of the new species that we got, you guys are going to see all in this video. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so here is all of the, well, before I even do that, let me show you guys a little tour of the new room. So you guys know we have the roaches right there going on, and then our isopod room was in there. Still is, of course, but now we decided to make it a little bit more of a facility feel to it. So what we did is we put one rack on wheels here, other rack, this was the original isopod rack. We're going to keep both of them like this, but I'm going to start off on this side. Over here we have a fruit fly, bean beetle, and then flower beetle rack. This is going to be more organized. Tinley just happened. It is Tuesday, just so you guys know when I'm recording this video, and Tinley was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday for all the early buyers, the VIP customers, but Saturday and Sunday for all the main people, the general admission. And so we just got over that. So that's what's all here. Coming over here is where we're going to have the other isopod rack. So all the other new species of isopods and stuff are going to be coming over here. Any seconds, any duplicates or stuff like that, it's also going to come here as well. So I know kind of what I'm working with and always have a backup everywhere. Over here we have this is going to be our tadpoles. So because there's a lot less lighting back here, not too bright, algae's not really going to grow on the eggs. So we're going to put the tadpoles back here for all of the dart frogs. Tadpoles here. I'm going to buy another shelf to go right here. So boom, boom, boom. And then maybe 2 shelves. I don't know. But I'm going to do that. So then all this will be our tadpoles. And then down here is stage for our millipedes. So it fits 2 of these regular sized bins on each row. So then I can have about 4 to 6 or about 8, 2 of these bigger bins on each side and then a smaller bin in the middle. I can have about 6 bins in total, maybe 8 if I stack. No, sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8, 9, 10, 12. I don't know why my brain wasn't working, but that's 12. That's 12 things that we're gonna put here. I'm just at the bottom of millipedes, so 12 different species. I already started off with a couple of them, and I'll show you one of them in this video. But down here, we got dart frogs. I'm not going to go over dart frogs. I got another video. We got some new species down there. Ones we already had, but we're getting more of them. Our Nikitas, and then I'll show you guys, like I said, the rest of that in another video. But on this side, this is where a lot of the action is going to be taking. Only because isopods, I only do that like 1 time a week. No, 2 times a week about. But over here is all of our frogs. So here's another side of the isopod rack, so you guys can see what that looks like. Then over here we have, let's take a look, all of our dart frogs. So our morning geckos are in here. I'm not going to show them right now. I know one of them escaped because I accidentally left the opening in the back and one of them escaped, so that's not fun. But for now, all of these plants were just planted. This tank was redone. Springtails were added, isopods were added. Now, once this grows, these plants are going to grow all over this entire tank. And I've been cleaning the front of the glass a little bit more often, so it's a little bit more clear to see through. Over here, you guys see we have our orange Blackfoot terribilis. Got a little skinny on me, so I took them out of the tank they were in, put them in a little bit smaller of a tank just to focus on their feeding and just monitor them a little bit more. So yeah, like they're acting fine. Just like, as you can see, they just ate about an hour ago. But I just want to monitor them, for a few more weeks to a month before I put them in a tank. So then in here, same thing. Zurius just got them down there. A nice tank. We're setting up more 18 by 18 by 18 tanks for now, right now. But for now, they're just in a little bit smaller of tanks. But I know, guys, I know they're supposed to be bigger ones. They are going to get done. I actually have the other tank downstairs to be put right there. So, but for now, here you are. Here's all of the different isopods. This is the main part of the video. All of the different ones that I've got. So, Right now I'm going to go over all of the ones that I've already had and I've been breeding. So we're going to start off over here. Our Shiro Usuri, you guys can see. And I didn't buy any of these. These are ones, or let's start off with the ones I got off of the deal that I bought. And then the rest I'm going to show you of the ones that I've traded. So I'm going to come over here and show you. Alright guys, so here we are. Here is our Cubara species blonde ducky. This is just one of the species that we got off of the trade or off of the deal that we bought. There's a bunch more on there. We got about 6 cups, 6 10 counts of these is what we started off with. So right now they're just in their brand new bin, and they've been doing very well. I mean, they acclimated well. They've been out. They haven't been hiding. And typically my duckies are the ones that I see hiding the most. And here we have, which species was this one again? This is going to be our snow bees, another Cubara species, snow bee. So here's a bunch of them on the back side of this cork bark as well for you. These are a really cool, really awesome species. I love these guys. I love them. A few of these, like the Cubara species, are really what I've been trying to get into. I just, at the time, didn't have the money and wasn't expanding or never really came up with a plan on when I was going to get them. I just kept saying I wanted to get them. But yeah, guys, so far, that's the snow bee, and then that's the blonde ducky. I got a lot more that I'm about to show you, so give me just 1 second. Alright, and here, guys, this is going to be our Cubara species amber. These guys are a really cool isopod. Let's see if we got some. There we are. These guys are a really cool isopod. I love these guys. They only had 1 cup of these as well. So we got these now. We're going to be working on breeding them and really trying to get some, really trying to get a lot of babies and a really good colony up and running. Like I've shown you guys in other videos, I haven't been consistent with isopods as of this past year, 2024. Not like I was the years before with the big isopod tour and stuff like that. Even though I was getting a lot of views on YouTube, I just wasn't consistent with them and they just kept crashing. So now, I finally said, alright, I'm ready to get back into it, and this is why I even bought all of these. In here we have 4 cups of emperor bees. These are also a very nice Cubara species. You guys can see that nice coloring. Let's see, is that gonna focus for me? Sorry guys. There we go, a little bit better. You guys can see how they look. They're a really nice species. I am gonna be getting a different lens soon, so bear with me for these videos with the bugs as I upgrade camera lenses just so they can do a little bit more with the macro shots. But for now, guys, that is it. Well, when it comes to all of the bins that I've made thus far. So just to go over it one more time, we have the Cubara species amber, Cubara species emperor bee, Cubara species snow bee, as well as blonde ducky. I know we've had duckies before, or at least I've shown a couple of them within the videos, but today I'm showing more. So now we got the rest of these in cups. So these cups are going to be a little bit easier to show you guys. This is going to be the Cubara species rubber bee. So these guys are a really nice species. Another Cubara species looks similar, if you guys can see it right there. It looks similar to some of the other Cubaras that we got. So I didn't put them in a bin just yet. Well, the rest of these I haven't put in a bin just yet. Today is actually the bin setup day. So we got a bunch of bins and colonies that I have to get ready to make over the course of these next 4 hours or so. On to our next one. We got a couple of Cubara species silver ghost. So I'm hoping that this lighting is very good for you guys. You guys can see them right here. There's a lot of them in there. And you guys can see there's some babies and things even right here. This is why this deal was even worth more. You guys see all those babies right up there? All the Mankai? So this is why I felt like this deal was a lot better than what it was even offered, because it wasn't just the species themselves. I got multiple cups of them, but it wasn't just the original deal itself or all the cups that I just saw, but just the potential for babies. And even in a lot of the rubber species, or like the rubber duckies or those Cubaras that I originally showed you, there were a lot in there, a lot of babies when I put them in. That's why those were the first ones that I put in the bins, because they had the babies. And I wanted all the babies to survive too. In here we have cappuccinos. Cappuccinos are another, a little bit more, I'd say a little bit more common Cubaris species. There's more in here. They like to dig a little bit. Here's a couple right there. There's one of them. So you guys can see, nice, you know, coffee look. That's why they call it cappuccino. But yeah, really nice species. These guys go for, this guy has prices lowered, but typically at what I see at other expos around me, these are still going for around like $60 to $80. Maybe really close to that $70 to $80 and the $60 to $80. But here, I'm going to make it a little bit easier and just put all of these on the side, just so I can make sure I get all of these to show you guys. Just so I know which ones I grabbed and which ones I didn't. In the comments below, let me know what type of species you guys have, because there's a lot that I'm expanding into, as well as for my company called Featured Creatures, we do have an isopod trade guide. Now, in that isopod trade guide, it does cover basically every single species out there, because it's based off of a price tier list. And if you guys have any more questions about that, definitely feel free to reach out to me on Facebook at Featured Creatures, or just type it in the comments below, or you can email me. That's also in the description as well. So, moving forward, we got Oreo Crumbles, everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Oreo Crumbles. These guys are just a Pruinosis species, just like orange powder, blue powder. These are basically just like, I'd say, the Dalmatian version of the, or like a spotted version of the blue powdered. These guys are a really nice species. I have tons of people always buying those from us. Either those or the orange cream if they're going to go with a powdered species or the Pruinosis species. Those are the ones that they like the most. Now, in here, Caramel Lavis. Now, I'm trying these again. They came with the deal. These guys are just, they're as big as dairy cows. These are the caramel or the orange? Caramel. So, they get as big as dairy cows, but they look very similar to giant canyons in their look. You guys can see, but their body shape is just a little bit different compared to giant canyons. So, I've had these before. But I think that's when I was starting to fall off on some isopods, as in I kind of maxed out the amount that I was keeping. So all the new ones I was getting were just crashing, but the stable ones, or the other ones, were just being stable. These are our sandstones. Let's see, Armadillidium, Scabir, something, words. I don't know, my brain's just not working right now. But another Armadillidium species. These guys are nice. I had a lady... I traded 3 of these for some of these other species that I'm going to show you guys in a second. Now, these guys are a nice species. Never kept them before, so this is going to be a new bin. So I'm going to put on the right side, over here, species that I've worked with before. And then on the left side, species that I've never worked with before. American Magic Potions. People love these. Everybody loved these in their gem mixes and all of that. I remember the whole 2020, 2021, everyone was getting a nice gem mix. With these mixed with, what was it, Orange Vigor and a few other species like that. These guys were doing very good for us for a long time. And then I just kind of fell off. I mean, I've kept these before. They used to breed well. And it was like, I guess I just sold too much or something. And then my colony just never bred the same ever again. And then I ended up the colony just crashed. It just slowly died over time. And I think I had it for about 10 months as it just slowly kept crashing. These macacos, I believe. Yep, macaco. Another Cubaris species. These guys are cool. I have never kept them before. There was one right here. Has like a nice little maroon skirt, kind of similar. I don't know if you guys are if it's gonna pop out. Let me see if there's another one somewhere. Well, there should be at least. Yeah, there's another one right there, but the same size. So it's not popping out. Let's see if this other one has actual macaco that I can see in there. Here we go. Here's some of them with some babies all the way down there. Hopefully, that's a little bit better. There you go. You can see them a little bit more. These guys are cool. Never kept them before. Nice species though. A lot of these are really good for trading. I mean, people seeing the value. If you guys are getting in isopods for the first time, no matter what, I mean, that's why we created an isopod trade guide, but just by breeding them is already creating you a lot of value that you can use to trade to get other ones or sell and buy new species. Like isopods kind of pay for themselves, and that's what I love about them. Now in here, these were our glaciers. Now we have plenty of these. Just a nice all white isopod. There it is. There's one of them at least. N.A.R.B.C species glacier. Another white isopod. Really cool. I have plenty of them. I sell them all the time. I throw them in tanks. I throw them in bundles. Every now and then when I get, I have that, like I said. Every now and then when I get some orders, I do throw some extra random isopods in there just to help out with the order. Make it a little bit bigger. Show my appreciation to our customers. And sometimes I'll throw those in there. Just because I have a lot of them. Now here, these guys are going to be the Yetis. I've never kept Yetis before. This is a new species for me. New species. Oh, look at that. More Mankai. More Mankai. Mankei. I'm going to call them Mankai. Mankai sounds better. So yeah, these guys are really cool. I like these. I'm excited to work with these. I got a couple of cups of them. Now keep in mind, like the Ember-Bee, the Ambers are the only ones that I had one cup of. The Emperor bees, all those different bees, all of those came with like 4+ cups. So that's getting like 40+ species. All of these were like, for the $1,000 to have all of these as really nice established starting cultures already with Mankai in them, I don't think anyone has ever gotten a better deal on isopods. N.A.R.B.C species penguin. These guys, I keep the penguin white side. Nope, that one's dead. So I keep the penguin white side. There's a bunch of Mankai in there, so I'm not going to do anything throwing it away. There they are. Penguin. Here's what a penguin looks like, everybody. Typically I'm used to the black, white with a little bit of yellow, but it's not happy feet this time. These guys are isopods. Yes, I thought I was funny for that. I have the penguin white side, not just the regular penguin, so I'm going to put that over here as ones that I do not have. These guys, easy species. Everybody loves these. Everybody loves these. But what are they again? Oh, papaya. These guys breed very fast. A nice pinkish color. You guys can see right there. Really nice pink color. Breed fast. You guys can see all the Mankai. You guys can literally see all the Mankai in there. But yeah, and that's not just springtails. Like what's over here is Mankai. Some of those are springtails, but majority of this movement is Mankai. I kept these for a long time. I barely just had them crash on me. And I'm so happy to get back into them. These guys are white sharks. These guys are a dwarf species. They love to be in the soil. Look how small they are. And that's an adult right there. That's an adult. So that's kind of like what you're playing with getting into these. A nice 3-toned isopod. What was that? Like a amber color, white and black. They're a really nice 3-tone isopod. Similar segmented colors like the Panda Kings, but just different colors, not sandwiched between like white, gray, and white. P. laevis orange, similar to the caramels, very similar to the dairy cows, just an all orange variant of them. They get basically just as big. They eat basically just as much. There's no differences behind them. I mean, right now they look like a powdered, but they get a lot bigger. They get a lot bigger than this. This is probably the first cup that I've had that isn't any adults. But I've kept those before. Didn't do well with them, but we're going to retry. Red koi. These guys I'm excited about. I gotta look into what makes them different from just orange cream. Because to me, maybe it's because they have white antennas. I'm not sure. I will have to look into that. But for now, I'm excited about these. These are another Pruinosis species, another fast breeding species. And these guys are going to do very well, especially on the pet store side. Pet stores with these, the orange laevis, Panda Kings, white sharks, glaciers, all the stuff that I've been breeding have been doing very good over there at the pet stores. So, anemone. Some of these are just spelled a little wrong, but anemone splash. These guys are a nice one. Very similar in looks to papayas. Like here's one. There's one right there. Let's see if it moves a little bit. No, but the anemone, they have a lot of, what is that? Oh, there it is. It's starting to pop out. There we are. Now, these guys have bred very well. They're another really good pet store seller. I don't keep a lot of them, or I used to keep a lot of them. It's another one of those, I mean, right now, without counting the isopods, without counting like the new isopods, you got, I know there's 16 bins down there. I'd probably say in total like 24 species that I had when I used to have around 80. So now we're back at 70 with all of these new cups. There's still a lot more in here with all these new cups and this. So I guess I might have to just make this video just so it doesn't get too long, just the isopods that I bought. But the next video, I think I'm just going to do an isopod tour and do all the isopods that I have in general. Because there's some other ones that I want to show you guys that you guys would be excited for, looking at some of these Jupiters. Another Cubar species. Because I got those, I got Hoffman Sega, and I got a few other basics over here too. But let's finish this. These guys, I've been producing. I'm happy that I got them in the bin when I was trading. But if I'm going to be very honest, my orange... my red pandas are producing these guys, so I'm going to put those to the side and show you guys those in a minute. Blue pigeon, ooh, perfect, right away, you can see them. Really nice in coloration. Once I get this new lens, I can zoom in better and you guys can really see them. But for now, blue pigeon, these guys are really nice. They breed very well, very steadily. I love them. They're nice, really nice isopods. I kept them. These guys, I'm going to pull out the bin for you right now so you guys can truly see what I'm talking about when I say we're breeding them or we're producing those. As you guys know, you guys can line breed for specific morphs. Every now and then you may buy some isopods and those isopods will produce a certain morph if they just based off of genetics, biology, Punnett squares, all of that. And when I found these, I thought they were pretty cool because obviously I don't go by online prices, but I can gauge a little bit of online prices for certain isopods just by looking online. But like in reality, if I were to find that isopod at a local show, it might be a little bit cheaper. But these prices right here are definitely a fair price. I mean, online they're around, you can see them on some people's page for around like $120 for a 10 count. But for 70, I'd probably say 70 to 90 bucks. These are a fair species to get. These come from our red pandas. So you guys can see on this stick all of my red pandas. But you guys can see right there. Where's that? Right there. There's a citrus right there. There's a citrus right here. There's one right there. There's a bunch in this dirt. And I produce them. There's nothing on this one. But I produce red pandas. And my red pandas are producing citrus. So for me, it's like I've already separated these. And I gave them to my younger brother for him to do a project with. But now I got my own citrus, pure lines of citrus already breeding. And I got plenty of those to put into new cultures. So, I mean, these are probably the one experiment that I've had that I love the most. That's because it's my first line breeding experiment. Because even though I got these, the citrus that I've been producing are out of the red pandas. I got them from the red pandas, and I was able to mix all of them together, and I was able to get maybe around 3 citrus. And I was just adding them over and over the course of about like 4 months. and then I was able to get some of them breeding. And then I gave them the entire bin over to my brother-in-law. So I'm so happy to get another one in these. This is definitely going to help out a lot. I do got a couple more things that I wanted to show Isopod wise. I don't want to lose where they're at, because they're definitely an important one. But I can't find them right now, so that's pretty funny. But I did get one more species. I have the spiky pineapple. I just don't know where I actually put the spiky pineapple. So I'd love to show you guys, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys that in this video. But yeah, I'm looking for them, can't find them. So most likely going to have to do that in another video then. Yeah, going to have to do that in another video. But alright guys, so for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A nice little video just to show you guys a few different species that I got at Tinley. I'm going to add them all up, and then I'll just put it in the description how many new species that I got. But overall, there's a lot more that we're going to be going through. A really long video, or at least I'll break it up into maybe 2 parts, maybe 3 parts for my entire isopod collection. Like I said, even right now, we have our dart frogs that we're doing. So our dart frogs, all of our isopods, we got millipedes. Some of the other stuff that we got from the deal is 2 female giant African millipedes, and I already found a male. So we're going to be trying that project as well. So yeah guys, for now, let me see if you can see me. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed this one. This is one that I was excited to come back and show you guys. I know you guys had a lot of questions on the roaches and stuff like that. For the main ones who need to go back and watch that video, these all go for food, for reptiles, for turtles, different stuff like that. But today's video is about the isopods, and these also can be going for food, or just basically as a cleanup crew for your enclosures. Kind of like how I have some with my frogs, and my frogs are, there's one right up there. Tank's a little dirty, but then orange cerebellus. But yeah guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of these different species of isopods, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!